I worked on a shipyard organizing campaign in San Pedro, California. It was Northwest Shipyard. We had a good campaign running, but the day the employees were to vote on the going union or not was the Rodney King riots in California, and open machine guns started firing into apartment houses, and they were burning down shopping centers. They burnt one down within a block and a half of where we were staying. Well, you get all of that activity going on, and then you tell the people, well, come on out and vote. They're not leaving their home. But we got involved in that activity. My mind's going blank.
Well, why don't we back up to some of the things you did as Secretary-Treasurer? You had mentioned earlier about buying some properties for the district.
I forgot that when I got into it.
So maybe you want to talk about that.
While I was Secretary-Treasurer of District 751, the district was crowded for space, and our membership had gone up over 50,000. And I was able to convince the district council to go along with me, and we purchased 2.5 acres up in Everett, within walking distance of the Everett plant. And we bought a city block in the city of Auburn. I attended all of the city council meetings, the county council meetings, every group that didn't want us to be able to buy that block. But we prevailed over time and bought it. We later had it bulldozed down. There were houses on the property within that block. We had them all bulldozed down and cleared, and a new union office built for the people who worked at Auburn. In Everett, the 2.5 acres we bought, we turned it into a nice 2-story union facility. I negotiated the contract with the architects that drew it up. I negotiated everything to putting weight, ground earth, to pack the soil. The drawings were all approved, and I, at that time, went on the Grand Lodge staff. So other names appeared on the building as dedicating it and so forth. It hurt my pride a little bit. But I'd moved up, so I gave up any right I had to complain about it. I talked a little bit about the housing program. Like I say, there were 6 units. We lost one. That was the Kent facility. The Weller Street, the Empire Canyon, the can't remember the name of the one in Ballard. It's a senior, mostly a senior housing, which would give the company, or give the union, eventually rights to about $25 million worth of property. We couldn't use the funds for anything except running the property as long as there was a debt on the housing, the purchase. My intention was, had I stayed with the union, was to take Weller Street, which was only 40 units, which 751 could have. While Secretary Treasurer, I became a worker on the staff through the action of Walt Berg. Walt Berg had become the district president because in the next 1965 negotiations, John Sullivan died right in the middle of the negotiations. And through the procedures of the district bylaws, Walt Berg ended up being the district president, and John Bullwinkle ended up being the district secretary treasurer. They held office through the term through that term. And then when elections were called for again, Walt Berg and Bullwinkle were going to run as a team. Bullwinkle did not make it, but a gentleman guy from Tacoma. Well, anyhow, John Bullwinkle did not make it, and another person was elected as secretary treasurer. The next election, would have been my return for the third term.
Mm-hmm.
And I got offered a job with the International, which I took, and Tom Baker was elected president. And Bill Wackema was elected secretary treasurer. Before that, I came up for re-election on my second term, and Bill Wackema was not qualified due to he was not made a district council out of his local. So Al Whiting, who had been the district vice president, stepped in and ran for president. And Al Whiting and myself ran as a team, and we made it as the president and the secretary treasurer.